Hi guys, I hope you're in the best of spirits and all set for the upcoming PGI exam. I've created this video specifically for all the people who are giving this exam for the first time and to introduce them to the few basic things that everyone should know before writing this exam. So the first point that you all should know is that PGI is still a pen and paper exam. So you'll be given an OMR sheet along with the question paper, and you'll be supposed to mark your options on that OMR sheet. Now this is a bit different because now we're all used to writing computer based exams, and clicking is definitely easier than marking circles. So for this exam, you should have ideally at least some practice of marking questions in the pen and paper schema. So first things, second thing is that PGI, the total number of questions in the exam are 250, and these questions are divided into the various subjects. I'll come into that later. Each question has got 5 options. So there'll be 5 different options for each question. Now the trick in this part, and something that is unique to the PGI exam compared to all other PG entrance exams, is that multiple options can be correct. So you may have a question that has 3 or 4 options right, and then you may have a question which has none of the options right. So basically PGI exam allows you to have all sorts of permutations and combinations in the paper itself. So there is nothing like this question has to have at least one correct, or this question has to have at least 2 correct. There is nothing like that. A question may have none correct, a question may have 5 correct, and anything that comes in between that. So people who generally giving the exam for the first time get caught in this. You need to understand that there is absolutely no way by which you can predict the number of correct options. The fourth thing is the time factor. Although in all the exams that we are giving these days, time is an important factor and we should certainly stick to it very tightly. But PGI exam is one where time is a very dear thing. I'll tell you how. Normally all the exams have around 200 to 250 questions, and they'll be having 4 options each, right? So total comes to around 1,000 options, out of which if you attempt all the questions, you'll be marking some 250 options. So in some questions, you may be getting one option correct immediately, like you just glanced at the question and you found out the first option, okay, this is the option correct. You need not even read the other 3 options. So you're saving a lot of time by doing that. Now in PGI exam, each question will have 5 different options, and it will be important, it will be must for you to go through all the 5 options before moving on to the next question, because each option may be correct, each option may be wrong. So ultimately, in the span of 3 hours, you should be going over 1,250 options. You should be reading each of them, and you'll be marking a lot of them. So this is where the major difference comes in between the PGI exam and the various other PG entrance exams. That in 3 hours, you have to read, and basically you have to go through these 1,250 options in order to finish the paper. So this is one thing where you need to be very careful. I shall be dealing with time management in the next video, but just to have an idea, the time is a very crucial thing in this particular exam. Next thing that you need to know is that the distribution of subjects in the PGI exam is little different to the other exams, and that plays a very important role while you're preparing for this, because some subjects have a very high weightage in this exam which may not have as much weightage in the other exams. So if you're preparing exclusively for PGI, you need to have a focus. Basically you need to give more attention to those subjects that are having more importance in this particular exam. Something that I guess most of you would be knowing is that this exam is held only in centers in Chandigarh. So there are no other centers in the country, so you'll have to make your bookings pretty fast, and you'll have to make your stay arrangements so that you can have a comfortable stay and you can have a relaxed mind while giving the exam the next day. So this is a very brief and the very important and must know points that every guy who's writing a PGI should know. And to deal with exam strategies, how to give the exam, tips, and all those things, they'll be coming up in the next few videos that I'll be making. So for the newcomers, I hope this is a good start. They'll at least have an idea with this, and I hope you liked it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.